Find this time though, complete reshuffle of the deck, a new hand to deal as the entire setup from CLG has been switched. Okay, Lin now at low HP. That's why we like having the Sage. She'll be just bopped up straight to 100 and ready to go and try again.
Trying to do some quick math. I think she won't make 100. Only heal
90,
60, 90. Okay, yeah. You're better at math than me. You passed that class, I suppose. But towards the B site, yeah, that one's maybe a little bit more than we need for this stuff. Wall goes up though. Plant coming on down. Gen-G. Oh, actually getting denied. Lin was damaged up by that utility, but still, it's all good. T-Ray gets the plant on down. We have a 5v5 in this retake.
Maybe Viper's put it up, which is an advantage. The close range battles on Gen-G, but lets everyone from Snowman just come in and denies the power of the rifles. The side of Gen-G as well. A little bit of chaos to start. Bungie does go down, so a lot of the dash over, a lot of the options that CLG's had in the past to deal with this pit are denied. They're gonna have to get creative with this one. Wall still available from Amnesia. You can cut the no man's land kind of in half. Firing squad system all the way up front, and look at T-Ray, the flicks, the plays, the sprays. Console active, the 1v3 finds one, but T-Ray's just too much. She breaks that round down before it can even end.
It's the gunplay. That was the round that was pivotal for CLG to win. They invested their all into this, and T-Ray shuts it down with just one of the nuttiest flicks we have seen today. It will just be the pistols on now for the side of CLG, and in this round, there was no setup. There was no shock molly. Could have been good, as it would have punished Bungie going for that early aggression to secure the orb, but it doesn't happen. It's not Blade Storm to work with. That could cause some issues for Gen-G.
I just have weak strings as a part of the orchestra with all these classics and sheriffs in play, but one player Bungie, still that lead vocal, that Blade Storm ready to go.
And look, the plan all along was to leave one of the guns out of this, have Lin go for that. She's one off. She desperately wanted that orb, but she doesn't get it. So Carly has to give her gun over to Lin and make the sacrifice.
So now, one less rifle to play with. They'll be playing a little bit more trade-based, and that Owl Drone actually misses Bungie. She's moving in with the timing on back sight, possibly. Has one of the first forward angles. Lin always moving up on this side. Looks like CLG's finally adapted and not played top rafter. She'll be over swinging as well. Have to deal with that dart. Unfortunately, the dash goes awry, and one rifle's down. Bungie gets found out towards back sights. This rifle's gonna be powerful all the way over to rafters. Playing the comfort spot. The wall gonna be coming in late. It seems like everything that Gen-G's doing, although good, is slightly delayed. That rifle's been found. Carly shuts Claudia down, and now it's just that backside operation still coming through and in. Snake bites to deny any chance of a forward. Big lunge and spry. It's just going to be Prize left on her lonesome. Tough. A lot of damage done from the side of CLG. For this round, even with a Bulldog, I mean, 3v1, it has to just be wrapped up. Rise has to deal with so much crossfire angle. Hasn't even just gotten towards tapping that spike. Yep, we're going to be found out in the crossroads. Positioning, you're right, just has not been done yet.
Oh, and it scares me too, because that trademark can be easily broken with a shock dart. Neither team yet, though, has had the correct lineup for the one on the right side, but Lynn, she's not ready. She's not peeking towards the right side of her spray, and Claudia on the close angle. However, all's good. Anna just grabs the orb, brings through that resurrection, and we reset to a 5v5.
Knowing that the Sage player is still there, though, there has to be multiple layers of support to be able to get that res off, and earlier on, usually that Gen-G team sticks together. As a result, some of those 8 players can just back off, work fine, not much pressure on that side of the map.
I'm actually surprised that I don't see aggression from the A side of the map off that resurrection. Normally you're expecting at least someone to be with that Sage to re-clear for that resurrection. Most teams would have that reply as the re-aggression through A, but CLG feel confident in their setup. Early contact for that Jet, and then in close, Amnesia was trying to play towards Maze, but with hearing the drone, she'll back away.
See Bungie all the way towards the last second. The setup they have is that toxic screen. They just really want to play with it. I think what CLG needs to do right here is control that one side of Maze. Perfect agility coming in. Maybe that shock dart a little bit too preemptive, but the slow in combination with the wall will buy them a lot of time. 30 seconds still left on the clock now. Gen-G have another opponent to deal with, and that's just time turning. Everyone just blocked off on so many sides. That's an acid bite straight towards the top side of 410. Almost a kill coming in, but a rendezvous. Clutch timing all the way for the elite. Rise still rocking towards top rafter. Hannah will get that spike down. Wall also up, but broken. Doesn't matter if Amnesia goes down. Rise is the operating equation. Big factor inside this round with that pit in as well. The spike's going to be inside. It'll be a up to her and Han to break this one
What?
down. T-Ray is the queen of pits, rolls right in and finds 2 more, spraying down CLG. All up to Bungie to maybe find some picks with this Marshall. Up to CLG to be a little bit more proactive overall. You were calling them out, have so much info. We're not moving forward on these sites, not acting off of it. That's something they were doing beforehand, but it's not showing up here today.
Proto Force is activated in this round, though, and they leave their chamber alone towards the A site as a result. They're gambling that this is going to be a hit towards this B site, and it looks like they might have been on the right course. Heavier setup on this side. Drone goes through. It'll only show Bungie, though. There's still a rat in close. It's Rise with the Sheriff.
Oh, but Rise is denied as Lynn is there, fumigating any type of vermin that are wheeling and kind of, you know, crawling around that B lane.
Back towards the A site they go. They've realized that the setup a bit heavier than they'd like to test, so Gen-G make the right decision. It is the tour de force here. We've seen Claudia be good in these situations. She would need something huge now.
Oxus going to be so tough to be able to actually operate any type of scoped rifle with. While also going up so far back and defensively. Claudia does find one over it. It's Lynn. That's going to be huge, but a lot of those main players, the Sage, Viper, Sova, still active. All that utility still left over. For the post, Claudia finds Carly on the back as well, so Recon and Shots denied. Lots of space made with the Aldrone as well. Lily does find Amnesia. That was looking like a perfect situation for the attack to come in. Claudia getting crazy with it too. Has 3 different angles to deal with. Maximum range. Really stretching forward. Go forward and maybe look for a shot. 2 actually hit. This is huge from Claudia. All up to Lily now. It's a round of chambers. Back and forth, nothing left in the tour de force, but the headhunter is there. Claudia goes huge. Type vibe from Claudia. I think half those shots were over walls, jumping up and about, parkouring half the time too. This time Bungie, we're asking for a little bit of that aggression. She's gonna be caught out by Lily, but she misses the shots.
Oh no, she had her opportunity. That was the big kill. She read into it. The brain was there, the aim was not.
Gotta be fear too on the side of Bungie now. Them actually having the read for that hopefully doesn't affect the rest of her shots for the remainder of this round. Look at Claudia. Look at the outreach.
Uh-oh.
Look at the sprays. I think both chambers gave it their all in that last round. In this one, they need a little bit of recovery.
And Lynn, she's gotten very deep in this one. Is being held for, and Rise contends with that push. Very astute from the Viper.
Both teams right now, just perfect reads on every type of aggressive play that's happening on either side of the map. Han also. What a drone to see exactly where that spike is getting put down. Almost a tag as well. The pick going to be so good to play off of this one.
Molly is so well placed in the follow-up. The Molly connects with the vulnerability, so Rise only needs to hit it once. That's the pit gone for free.
Everything just toppled. The entire setup was actually raking off that pit. Look how far back everyone is. No one really on the spec at all. It's good for posts, but this has to be broken down in steps. Bungie, the first point of contact, doesn't matter. Just wait past that wall. Rise actually gets the job done herself.
Flank.
She's going once again huge in this round. Lily has an inkling of a flank. Han is there. Carly's too, but she stops her. This is just nuts. Back and forth everywhere. And it's halved as well, so I mean, not even enough time in terms of, you know, things to go down and be kind of make the overall what it looks like wrong decision and lose.
Yeah.
You still operate as a team. What Rise was trying to do there, or excuse me, what Tira was trying to do there is just stay next to her team, play for orange overall. That's why that spike was being planted. But that's all that last round. Look at the aggression once again. Bungie, stop one time on belt. What happens if I go main? I mean, let's see. Someone has to cross. And she's faster on the draw. Bungie finds Lily.
And Lynn has to dash away from mid. It's a redrone on through. Nothing is given free. CLG realize that when their op is pushing one extremity, they have to tighten things down. They have to hold strong on the other angles, and that they have been doing. B-site is the destination, and space has been conceded. CLG will just look to stall time and hopefully deny this plan.
Lots of time to stall. The thing is, though, so far away is Amnesia. Claudia is still going to be a little bit affected overall on that HP. Hunter's Fury going to be lethal if it does actually hit. Once again, that heal isn't there. The dodge is. Lynn, though, finds Bungie in the chaos. Once again, through the cloud, there's some type of action. The just the entire spike is trying to be planted. There's just too much going on at once from all sides. Gen-G, though, has been fractured in their approach of trying to get their spike down. Sage wall broken. Toxic screen not an option. It's just Hannah and Carly with no utility to try to work this one down. No utility that can actually help. Recon is finally coming up for Carly, but look at this setup. It's 5 rifles staring things down. Bungie with the op as well. Actually found down. This is huge from Gen-G, but once again, if it's 5 players, you can land 2 of your best shots
when you're playing against that operator. But in this round, it's a lot more passive. CLG chilling out, just holding that top generator. Contact to be played for Amnesia in close.
They have so much work to do. In moments like these, ultimates matter so much to give you some momentum to pad up your economy. But look at the side of Gen-G. There's nothing. Barely even a Hunter's Fury on the side of Carly getting started at all. Everyone almost on zero. On the other side, Tour de Force coming in one of these rounds. If Han finds even one, that Hunter's Fury, every round she's had it active, it just seems so easy for CLG to buy time. Look at how much has dropped down. They've only really had control of B main. Even then, haven't even broken a single trademark. Gen-G on this attack, scared of that operator. Have nothing really to deal with it for the moment. They haven't peeked a second at all into how things look over at A. And Bungie's trained on this angle. Once again, off the draw, finds Carly, recon down. Options and information. It's a blackout for Gen-G.
And look, now up comes the Vipers, while up comes the delay factor. Sure, there's a resurrection, but look at that timer. 30 seconds. They have to charge into this op, and Bungie wants more. She's hungry for this one. The utility to make her concede, it makes her push away at least for a moment, but CLG in close, ready on this site.
The lights turn on again. They have a little bit of information as to Raptors is clear, so they can just go for that spike plan. Is going safe, but Bungie has the space, has the options to go for that op shot, going for a little bit more as well. A little bit of a very forward setup, playing off that wall. Glenn has to be active here and really find this pick. It's T-Ray that gets the Braid boss down. Bungie gone for the moment. But look at how much time and space she's bought for everyone else on the team. Lily finds one. This is huge. Amnesia now access to the backside is going to go for a pinch. Rise possibly helping her around this bend. Wall up. A little bit of a sliver to defuse that spike. It's all riding here right now. Rise finds the final pick, and that's CLG with map 2 and the series.
CLG continue their life here in the lower bracket. They win another series and keep that train on